So this shouldn't be a long video. I was waiting for these to come in the mail. Fuel centers. But I'm gonna put in a few plugs if you're ever curious. So like, damn, that's a dope playmat or certain things. So I wonder where he got it from. So I'm gonna plug in a few things. No, this is not sponsored, but I like looking out for people who look out for me. And anything I really seek that I really want. Like most people say, I'm like a rare hunter, and when I want something, I'll get it, regardless of price or anything. Not that I'm rich or anything, because I'm really not. I live comfortably, retired military, so. But if you really want something, you would go by all means of getting it. Make sacrifices here and there or whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna put in a few plugs. So if you ever wonder about the playmat, this is cloth, and this is not cloth, but I get them from Edgar. I'll put his Facebook, but that's where I get my playmats and anything I think of, because I'm like, some people match sneakers with clothes and stuff. I like to match playmats and stuff. So when I play horror stuff, which I love, the Egyptian stuff, and Magia, or I like using this playmat. It's all the Blue Eyes stuff. I get them from Edgar. He's on Facebook. This is his Facebook, so you can hit him up. Really good prices and everything. And then he'll mail them out. I can assure you they're great quality, and you can send him an idea and he'll custom it to whatever you want, with field zones or no field zones. Next, the field centers, which I'm gonna showcase. I get them from, I just got them from Patchy's Cards. He was originally doing it on Facebook, and then I was like, I'll hold off, and he said he is gonna open up an Amazon one. What was it? eBay. He was gonna open it up on eBay, but it might be a little bit more. I said price is not. It's fine. I just want what I want. So there was still a great deal for it. So it was like three field centers for a certain price. You can go double check, but that's where I'm gonna showcase the field centers. And if you're ever wondering about the gaming stuff, the N64, the Pokemon Yellow, the attachments and stuff, the Game Boy Color and whatnot, and all my gaming stuff, I get it from Retro Island in New York. It's in Long Island. So I normally go with my homeboys that be going out there. They be hunting for old rare games. I love going with them. I wanted to play Pokemon Yellow, which I'm going to play through next at triple speed with Surfing Pikachu starting off. So it's going to be epic for me. I'll record it and post it just cuz. But those are my three main things. I get my gaming stuff from here when they go. I got the field centers from here, Patchy. And my playmats from Edgar. And these are the field centers I fell in love with when I saw them. I'm like, this is the Blue Eyes one. Like, they're so dope, and they like QCRs. So I'm gonna put this one in my pure build, and it's like it's three for a decent price. Like it's a bundle. And then I got two. It has Blue Eyes in the back, all three Blue Eyes, and the new Maiden. So like so sick. And most of my decks are QCRs, and not all QCRs are expensive. So, but he has the thing on the back too. I just thought it was dope. There's a bundle where it's Maiden, Blue Eyes, and Effect Veiler, but I asked if I can replace it with a second Maiden. So I'm gonna play this one in pure. I'm gonna put a field center in Blue Eyes Primite, and I'm gonna put this one in Blue Eyes Horus. So that way, every one of my decks won't need something. Everything has what it has. It doesn't have to share, so I can just grab whatever and just go, and not worry about I left the field center or whatever. But I just thought they were fire. Especially this one. But then I couldn't debate, because like I was like, I should get one for like the same one for all of them. But I'm like, I fell in love with this one and this one. I'm like, oh, they're so sick. So I'll put that up there. I'm gonna run through the deck. You should already know what it is, and then showcase a combo. So I'm playing. It's competitive, but I'm also wanting to enjoy it and play for fun. And it's like I pulled this with my homeboy when we went to Philly, I pulled it from the actual movie pack they gave us for free for spending a certain amount of money on cards, and I pulled it out of one of the packs. So I'm like, why not? And then I upgraded to the secret one because I love secrets. So that's why I'm playing with it. And the build is meant to bring him out. When this first came out, you couldn't play it for like 2 years. So I just wanted to have fun and just bring him out super easy with this deck, and have everything available to his blue eyes and a few selective other cards. But uh, one shining, 3 blue eyes. This is more of a pure build, point blank. One alternative, which works, and plus I wanted to fill up space because I needed enough heavy hitters mixed with the spellcasters to balance out enough to do my combo that I want to do, which is double Magia. A Jet, Abyss, and you want options too. So Spirit, Chaos, which is needed for Magia, 2 Deep Eyes, and I love this card. And like the majority are one ofs, but this counts as blue eyes in graveyard. And if you didn't know, if you summon this successfully by its own effect by revealing a blue eyes, the maiden, when she's targeted, the spell, the trap card, or anything, they bring back a blue eyes from graveyard, and this counts as blue eyes in graveyard. So if you successfully summon it, you can use it to bring it back with one of the other cards effects. And then it's destruction, it's pop, it's once per on the field. So it's like even if you synchro it away and then bring it back, you get another pop and so forth. So it's like you can slowly just snipe stuff. So those are the heavy hitters. I like running 3 Sage because he's like the main starter to go into full combo, the proper pathway. 1 Maiden. You can bump it up to 2 or 3, but just like I've had beyond success playing Horus with Centaurions and playing all the Centaurions as one-ofs, and maybe 2 of the tuner that starts everything off, but they can all link together. I like playing as a one-off, and this being my original starter to go into it and so forth. So it's like you can play it how you want. So this is the main focus at going into this, but if you see this, you can also just go into this. You can bump it up if you want. 1 Kyberman, needed for the combo to go into each other. I'm playing, and I'm trying to upgrade these 2, but I'm playing 3 White Stones, even though a lot of people are like, oh, they cut it for whatever reason. If you discard it in any way or use it on the field, you get a blue eyes to hand, and it's not once per turn. So when you play Wishes, you can discard it and you go +1 instead of breaking even. And in my combo line, you can just do other things with it. I'll show you. 1 Kaiser. You can do this, and if you're going into the Synchro Magia line with Kyberman, this can summon Ultimate Spirit in attack mode versus it being in defense mode through regular Spirit. And you can dump another dragon to graveyard, including a stone, to get another blue eyes to hand. So like you have multiple different options, and I'll showcase this as I guess the second combo to show like this will slowly add something else, including like dumping Jet if you want Jet in graveyard, jumping Abyss if you didn't do the combo line to get him out, a stone to add a blue eyes to hand. So many different things this card can do to add to it. And then Deep Eyes, I play 2 because it's not a once per turn, where it can burn for 600 for each dragon in the graveyard, and it's like utilizing blue eyes to its maximum potential without needing help for anything else, because it really doesn't need help. But against, I guess, the meta, like I guess they feel like their decks are so inadequate that they need the hand traps to stop your opponent from playing point blank. But if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh and you know how to pilot and you have the skill level, then if it's skill versus skill, then it can hold its own. 1 Effect Veiler, because if you see everything, especially if you open up and you already have everything, you can just search this off of either Sage or Wishes as a 1 negate, and it goes with it like Tuner. It also can be used to go into combo. So those are the spellcasters, the little guys. This is for fun. I say it over and over again. I like playing with it and doing the combo and then playing this second turn or even first turn just to finish them off. It's just hilarious. And Saphir would protect you from all your cards being destroyed the first time, and then you still have all your negates on board. And really, if you go full combo, the only card that would get destroyed off of Spirit would be Ultimate Spirit, because Crimson brings out Saphir, so Saphir doesn't have to worry about it. But Saphir would protect this and Magia from being destroyed the first time, so they will stay on the field regardless. So if you play this while you go full combo, if you went first, Ultimate Spirit will still be destroyed because Saphir will protect this card from destroying it, but then due to Spirit bringing him out, Spirit would still pop him, and then he could just bring back Spirit, and then Spirit will be 3000 because his boost was it. So I just like playing with this. It's just hilarious to me. I play one Strength and Unity. If you already see your combo line and you have wishes in hand, I like using this because this is like your dark circles from the Dark Magicians. So it's like you can set this up, and I've had combo videos I showcased where if you have everything else, is like just put this on, and if you fusion summon or ritual summon, which you can on there, a turn with Ultimate, the spell card, or banishing the trap card to bring out chaos. This will just banish one of their cards on field or in their graveyard. So I'm like, I love this card as a one-off, and it goes with the deck too. So, and if you need a Blue Eyes back from graveyard, you can do that. But I love the banishing part. They never see it. To add consistency and Ash Bait, Pararis. To add to searching the level 1 tuner. Bingo, Machine Go. And I love this because if you have one or the other, you can use this to summon wishes. Or if you have wishes, you can use this to go into either, I play 2 Raws, which is, I'll showcase it when it comes to it, but I play 2 Raws and 1 Ultimate Fusion, so that way if I have everything else in hand, I can use this, target the 2 Raws and the Ultimate. I'm gonna get one of them in hand, and then wishes will get me the other one to go full combo into double Magia or have an extra Magia as backup. You'll see. 3 wishes. Like I said, 2 Roar and 1 Ultimate Fusion. And like I said, the reason for it is like if you play bingo and you play 1 and 1, then you have to pick a third card, which brings up a probability of you drawing that other card, where I want to steadily go into one or the other. So if I get this, which is a 2/3% chance of getting it, which is what, 66% chance, then, or if I get this one, it doesn't matter, because then wishes will get me the opposite one, but I guaranteed going into what I want, and it's not bad for follow-up anyway, so why not. 1 Mausoleum, and 1 Mausoleum is sitting in your graveyard. If you replaced it with Seal of Arcancos, or your opponent just destroyed it or whatever, you can banish it and search Destruction, which is also searchable by wishes or the trap card. And it's hilarious when you go full combo, but right before you get rid of the other Blue Eyes and they still haven't done anything, before you use the final Blue Eyes that's on field for going into the other synchro, you can just play Bursting Stream, clear their whole board, then you have all your negates on field, and then they're just wide open. So it's like, why not? And again, Blue Eye stuff. 1 Dragon Shrine. You could do so much with this, especially if you open up this and you have at least 1 Blue Eyes in hand. You could use this, dump the other 2, go Ultimate Fusion, and go into the Blue Eyes Fusion that just can attack 3 times by just punching them in the face. 1 Poly for combo, for the double Magia combo, or whatever you want to use it. I started using 1 Return of the Dragon's Lord, not only because it's a QCR, but it's great protection. And even if your hand just summons the same Magia, like you couldn't go into full combo, and you end up on Magia and 1 Spirit. You can use Spirit to go into Ultimate Spirit, bring out Magia, and then Spirit should destroy Ultimate Spirit But if you use this at any point, whether you discarded it off of wishes or you used it to bring back a blue eyes for combo, then you can banish this to protect your dragons from being destroyed the first turn, including Spirit's effect. So then you went full, like you went into your combo and it's less, but now Ultimate Spirit will stay on the field with as an Omni negate. They can't banish cards from your graveyard, and you have you protected it. So now you have the 3 negates with Magia and that, so that's 4. And I just like using it. I'm like using cards. People are like, oh, it's useless. No, like you can still use them. Then you can discard it, like I said. So if it's in graveyard, you can use its protection. 1 Synchro Rumble, so we can end up on 3 Synchros, including it makes it into a 6 negate off of 1 card, which is broken. But I was trying not to use this really because it's not a blue eyes card, but I'm like, I want to showcase it at more potential so you can know everything before playing for fun or being more competitive. And you can cut stuff to make it competitive if you want, and then say, all right, playtime's over. To Fusion Amarment, it's meant to, like, you can bring out Blue Eyes Ultimate. It shortcuts the combos, and I've showcased videos if you look back recently where you can use this, bring out Blue Eyes Ultimate, tribute Blue Eyes Ultimate for Blue Eyes Shining, and you have Ultimate in graveyard, Shining's on the field, and if you have Chaos in hand and Ultimate Fusion, you can basically use, let's say you have this and this with this and Chaos. Off of those cards alone, you'll have Magia and Blue Eye Shining on the field, and I wanted to just play with Blue Eye Shining, but you can cut it, and this. 1 True Light to round up the last 2 cards, and Majestic. So it's at 41, but like I said, this is for fun, so you can always just take this out, and this is 40. Fusions. 2 Magias I like using too. Have 1 for backup if they lava go in your field, like I've showcased. Ultimate. Neo, the combo I was talking about was with Neo. You can just punch them in the face if they have nothing by using bare minimum cards. So you don't have to worry about Nibiru because you literally summon only this card as a one of. Because you use Shrine to dump 2 Blue Eyes. You have 1 in hand. You play Ultimate Fusion to bring this out. It's the only card on field you can attack, send to graveyard, attack again, send to graveyard. Well, that's already game, but you know what I mean. 1 Tyrant. Synchro. I'm trying to get this as a platinum, but I did bump it up to 3 for the first time ever. But my focus is playing Magia. I love Magia. Ultimate Spirit. And then Crimson. Saphir. And then within the combo, like I said, off of that 1 spell card for Crimson, you can end up on a Blazer on their turn. So ultimately you'll have Magia, Ultimate, Saphir, and Cosmic going until their turn, which is basically 6 negates. Ami, 3, and Monster. So it's difficult for anybody to play with through that. And then the last 3 is Indigo and 2 Spirits. So, so beautiful. So I'll showcase, like I said, let's say this. It's a simple thing. If this is added, that's just a plus. If whether you got Bingo Machine Go or what should we call it? Let's say you got one of those in hand. Like, and you see this more often because I bumped up the thing, so I see them very often. But I'm gonna showcase the combo for the 6 negates, and then I'll showcase this adding to it, and then lastly, how whether you go first or second, especially if they're wide open, because sometimes they don't draw everything, and that's why they play so many hand traps. I'll showcase Kaiser summoning Kaiser to get an extra to basically have Ultimate Spirit in attack mode while dumping a card, even if it's another stone, to get a blue eyes in hand, or dumping jet, so that way when you destroy something, jet comes out, like, or dumping spirit, or not spirit. Well, you can dump spirit, but or dumping abyss just to banish it and boost your monsters, your dragons. So I'll showcase this. Summon, activate effective search. You search your maiden. Discard your maiden. Set your true light. Activate true light's effect. To set your wishes. Activate set wishes, and the reason I like playing this, like I said, it's not once per turn, but you get something instead of just going negative. Like, you instead of going like 2 negs, this will still search out the card, so you still get something. Discard. You're gonna search Ultimate Fusion and Man of Legend, and then the stone will trigger, so you get to add a blue eyes to hand. Like, you just going super positive. Like, your hand, seeing the hand sign and everything, I'm like, you can see why they have to use hand traps to stop blue eyes, because like the ceiling is like ridiculous. Like, it's fair, but the adequacy and everything is like so yummy. Anyways, then you're gonna go into your link. I love the new field center, baby. You use the thing, get your field card. Play set field card. Then you get to summon Kyberman. You reveal that you have all 3 blue eyes. You do not bring in the one in hand. Always make sure it's the one in deck. So from this point you synchro for your Espíritus Santos. Then what I love doing, especially on Master Duels, is like using the link to target the blue eyes and graveyard to special, and then I'll chain this to go into ultimate. So if they try to, or if they attempt to banish, I would use it to go into ultimate, so they can't banish my stuff. Like, leave my graveyard alone. And then this resolves to bring blue eyes, and then activate Kyberman's effect first to banish, to search, to add a blue eyes to hand, and then chain Maiden to special summon herself. So with Kyberman, you add Chaos. Then you're gonna banish Wishes to equip Ultimate onto Blue Eyes. Then you're gonna link it away, like fusion, contact fusion, or whatever it's called. This is what's gonna help you get into your extra synchro. So now you have blue eyes in graveyard. You're gonna use the field card to target her, use her effect to special the one from grave. Dump the other one in deck. So now you're gonna synchro these two, or yeah, you can do either or, but if you have bursting stream at this point, I would have synchroed again to go into another spirit, and then use spirit to tag in, tag out into Crimson. Crimson going into Saphir. So now you have an Omni negate. They can banish your graveyard. This protects you from destruction of Saphir or anything point blank. And then at this point I would play Bursting Stream if I have it, to clear their board if I went second. and then you have the protection while playing it, and then even though this is not going to attack, it's like you're using it for synchro anyways. So off of Crimson, you tagged in and tagged out, and you search the spell card, which is why we're playing as one of. So at this point, you can do one or two things, because if you play Synchro Rumble first, you have to fusion on their turn, but since you didn't play it yet, you can fusion and then you can play that to go into Synchro. So you can play Ultimate Fusion, putting back Chaos, and Ultimate Spirit. What is Ultimate? I'm all over the place. I really don't talk much, unless you know me, but even with that, making videos, I don't like talking much. So now you have your Magia, you have your Army Negate, and this, and then now you play Synchro Rumble, but it will lock you on the restrictions of synchros for the rest of the turn, which is fine. So you use it to bring any tuner, it doesn't matter. If you had, even in this one, you can search another blue eyes, but you have 2 in graveyard and 1 in hand. Or I thought I did. So let's say I would use this just to get the other blue eyes out of deck. No, that was all 3 blue eyes, because there's 1 in grave. I'm bugging. You have all 3, so it wouldn't matter, because you have no more targets. So then you synchro for Spirit. Now you can normally end up here, so that way you can go into Crimson, but you can't use Crimson's effect again. You have to use Crimson's effect on their turn. But that was a 1.5 combo for all of this, and then on their turn, this is also, I want to say, like a mini floodgate, where they can special summon 2 or more monsters to the field at the same time, and you can negate something that's in their graveyard if they have a grave reliant deck. But then ultimately, like I said, you stop that, or they send something to the graveyard and then it activates in the graveyard, you negate, then you would bounce to go into Crimson, tag in, tag out, going into Blazar. So then now you got Blazar, Army Negate, including negating a summon, any negate, 2 armies, Monster Negate, and his 3 negates on there, which is a spell, trap, and monster. So that's essentially 6 negates with Spirit. Then whatever else cards you have in hand, you just have extra in hand. But I like playing just blue eye stuff, so to be fair, and it's just fun to me, and I like it because I have the necessary skills, and I like beating people with blue eyes, and you can't say nothing. They get so angry. Okay, so showcasing my combo for double Magia that I came up with, because there's a lot of people like, hey, how are you summoning double Magia and stuff, and I'm the only one to do it. Who does it, and why the fuck not? Because I can. Even though my friends say, yeah, it's unnecessary, but you want to know fully what you can do with your deck and whatnot. So I don't know why the hell I shuffle my deck. So it doesn't matter what you lead with, but like I said, I like going into combo. So let's say that's extra, and that's lead, which is what I basically like leading or searching for. So my combos for double Magia and 2 synchros, and there is a way to go into double Magia with the whole synchro line, but I'm still trying to figure that out too, just like I tried to figure out this by doing this my mistake. But I played a deck, so it was like I did it and I was like, oh, I unlocked a new board, let's say, and then I had to remember what the hell I did, which eventually I did. So then now I'm trying to remember what the hell I did to end up on all 3 synchros and 2 Magias. And you can always just end up on 1 Magia, like I showcased in all the other videos, and then have 1 for backup when they lava golem on you or something. Your first Magia would float, and so forth. So, you know, you go combo. These are extra and this is perfect for it. I should have left the card on top to make it more simple. So, you know, you search her, discard her. Oh, let me add that to hand because I'm gonna showcase it within it. But that's if extra. But I'm gonna do the combo regular, and then I'm gonna show you the alt. So trap, we'll put this over here. It's just these three mainly. So then use the trap. And set wishes. Then you're gonna activate, discarding the stone. Since you have this one, you're gonna search the opposite one. And Kaiba Man. And then stone triggers. So you get your blue eyes. Then from this point, you link. Your link will get your field card. Play said field card. Then summon Kaiba Man to bring out a blue eyes from deck. I want to say for my combo line, it's different. So from this point is where I like to banish wishes to equip to ultimate. Then synchro. So like just in case if I can get to Magia, chaos, I can still, even if I got Nibiru, I can still summon Magia. So then, like I said, what I love doing is I will use effect to target if they have nothing, or if they do, they try to banish. Tag out Spirit for ultimate. The other card resolves, bringing out Blue Eyes. Chain Link 1 to banish and search for chaos, and Chain Link 2 to chain block. So this is hand going off of the 3 cards. So at this point, I want to fuse. So that's when we play Roar. And Roar says you can bring out a Blue Eyes, but if you control a Blue Eyes, you can special summon any other monster. And you can't use the secondary effect to fusion if you use the first effect, but we can bypass it with this combo. So you bring out Abyss, and then on summoning, Abyss effects will activate to search Poly. And from this point, you will hard summon Magia, the first one. So you'll play Polymerization, Fusion Blue Eyes, Abyss, the other Blue Eyes in hand that you searched, and Chaos. For Magia, you'll use the field card, target Maiden. Her effect activates to bring Blue Eyes from graveyard. And you dump the last Blue Eyes in deck. And then you would synchro For second spirit, activate second spirit's effect. For Crimson, do both his effects so you can get whatchamacallit. And then tag in, tag out. To Saphir, so now you have the destruction preventage. And then you switch Synchromo just cause. So from this point, like I said, you don't have to play this right away, but I love saving it just in case. So it's like whether you set it or whatever. If they got rid of this would float, and then you can use this just to go back into Saphir or whatever else if they're trying to get that. And then when they do that, you just chain, and then this, or you can play it as soon as you can, which will just put back Chaos and Ultimate. For Magia. So now you got 2 Magias on field. Ruling wise, no, they both don't get their 3 negates each. But they both get their floats the way it's worded. So they both would float into whatever else. A Blue Eyes card. But they won't get each their negates. But even if you went second, you can summon this in attack mode off of Crimson. But like this is more than enough because that's 4, 5, 5. You can banish Abyss, boost them by another 1,000. Like it's ridiculous the power of these cards. But I love it because now finally it's like Blue Eyes has crazy stuff you can do off of 1 card combos, and it's like respect it or get ripped apart. And like I said, there are so many duels where I would save it because you want to play chess, not checkers. And unless I'm going second and I have game, then I would bring it out, which is more for flex. It's not necessary unless they have 1 monster on field in defense mode and I couldn't get rid of it within the combo line. Then I would bring out the second, because then this can attack the monster that's on the field, and then this is game because they have 8,000 and they're 5,000 each. But there's tons of duel I would save it. And then there's one duel I managed to bring him out. They got rid of him with Lava Golem, so he floated into Spirit, Ultimate Spirit, and then I used the spell card to bring out the second Magia. So essentially, they got rid of my 3 negates, or thought they did, but then that 3 negate turned into a 4 negate, which was just like crazy. And then they just scooped because they didn't see the second Magia coming at all. So play accordingly. You want to play smart. Like I said, play chess, not checkers. Even if you see me playing for fun, it's competitive fun in my head, and it's like it's on a whole different level. But those are the combos and everything. And like I said, I just love that I got these. So I want to showcase Pure. They're so beautiful. But play what you love what you play, and I have all different versions if you want to whatever. But I'm just sharing it so that you know information, so you can also play what you love and say, hey, I didn't know you can do that, and help you up your game a little bit maybe, or whatever the case is. But if you're a new player coming in, it helps you up your game, because it's always good to just learn point blank. So like iron sharpens iron. I can teach you Blue Eye stuff, I can teach you horror stuff. I got Primites, I got Raid Raptors, Arcana Knights. These are the decks I love that I am very skilled at. Any other deck that I do not know of, I can only share the basic and bare minimum, but point you in the direction of a duelist that is the master of that deck. So that's all I really can say. But now I'm gonna get into playing Pokemon Yellow Triple Speed with Surfing Pikachu, baby. I'll be the first one to ever put that up, just cause. Play what you love what you pay, and I hope everybody's doing good. Laters.